everybody. Welcome to Nature Nancy, the movie. Happy Earth Day. So this morning, for Earth Day, I thought that we'd take a little moment and to look at episode 1, which is going to be called The Nest is Best. So at this time of year, you will notice there's lots of birds coming back. You can hear lots of songbirds in the morning, and they're busy at work making nests. And not just the birds, but other creatures as well. So today I thought I'd show you a couple of the nests that I've got. And then hopefully, if you'd like, you can also have a chance to make your own nest. So first of all, I'd like to show you a nest over here. And this is a nest I learned about just this year. And this is called a red-eye vireo's nest. You can see that closely. Now, the red-eyed vireo nest, you can see they have it hanging from the branch. And I learned that they use spider webs to create the strength to weave it around. So if you want to look up a red-eyed vireo, this is the kind of nest that they have. Next, I've got another little nest, and I don't know what this nest is, so maybe you can try and figure it out. It's small, it's beautiful, it's in a tree, not hanging, but it's in sort of like the fork of the tree. And it could be a yellow warbler, but I'm not sure. So it's probably a small songbird, and that's another nest that's been around this area. All right, let's see what else we've got. Oh, this will be something a little bit different. This is just a part of the wasp's nest. This is the papery part. There's a bigger part of the nest. And this nest is made a little bit differently. The wasp gets some wood fibers in its mouth. It chews it, and it makes this paper using wood fibers. It's really light and really thin, and it does it in lots of different layers. All right, I can hear a bird right now. Well, next, I'm going to show you a different nest, not a bird's nest. This is a nest I found on the ground, but it came from the very top of a tree in Bernardo Park. Oh, hi, Charlie. Yes, hello. That's Sir Charles, everybody. And this, I'll come closer. This is a squirrel's nest, otherwise known as a dray. And you can see the squirrel's nest is more like a ball, and you can see them in tops of trees, much more easily in the winter, actually. But you can see there's cedar and there's bark in here and lots of leaves. There's some cedar bark. Whoa, it's falling apart. It's quite old. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put that back. And finally, there's a nest that people are really familiar with, and a bird that people are familiar with, especially in the springtime. And that is the robin's nest. And you can see here, these are a couple of robin's nests, one right here. You can see that it's made up of dried grass and mud. Okay, here's another one that I got out of one of the birds built it in my windowsill. So you can see that's where it was against the window. But you can see that it's got dried grass and mud and even a little bit of Charlie's hair, it looks like. So today, we are going to make our nest together, sort of like a robin's nest. Now, up to you how you'd like to do it. If you want to try a big nest, if you want to try a small nest. But what you really need to think like is like a bird. What are some of the things you might need? You might need some mud and some dried grass and some leaves. But feel free to experiment and see how well you do. So, first I got some soil. And I'm going to add a little water to it to make mud. So you can imagine a bird doesn't have 5 fingers and a thumb. They're using their mouths. So if you want to make it really challenging for yourself, you can get a little beak or you can just use your 2 fingers and see how easy it might be to make a nest. Today, I'm gonna use all my hands. I'm gonna get nice and dirty. And I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna make the base of the nest. So I'm gonna get a little bit of dry grass, and I'm gonna get some mud, and I'm going to make a nice little cake, like a mud cake. There we go. Add a little bit more dried grass. And I'm gonna kind of massage it like that to make the base of the nest. There we go. And as that dries, it'll get a little bit harder, but you can see there's the beginning of my nest. Next, I'm gonna take some dried grass and I'm gonna start to weave it around in a circle. You can add a little bit of mud to it. This one's gonna take a little bit more time. There we go. It takes a while. Can you imagine without 5 fingers, 4 fingers and thumb, how hard this would be to do? Thousands of trips back and forth for that robin. And then you can see as I'm turning, this nest is starting to take shape. Still need a little bit more dried grass. There we go. And there we are.
Nature Nancy, don't you bring any of that mud inside.
Your own robin's nest. So you can try with all your fingers and thumbs, or you can try with your tweezers, or take a turn with the tong and see how hard it would be. So everybody, I hope you have a really good Earth Day. I hope that you get outside today and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day that we've got. And thanks for coming to the first episode, The Nest is Best with Nature Nancy.